institutes have their own remote access platforms available. So while accessing from the remote access, you will get these two sections, user login and IP login, which you can see on screen. So you have to ensure that this IP login is appearing. That means you are on the right IP address or on the right port, connection with the right connection from the remote access. Then you'll enter your login ID, your credentials. Now, if you are a first time user, you have reached this platform for the first time, then you'll need to click on register here at the bottom below. There is a link, register here. And in this link, it will prompt you to enter your email ID and your name. So this is a one-time registration that you need to do. Next time around, you will simply click on login and start keying in your login ID. Thereby, you will get access to the databases. Now I entered my email ID, which I had already registered. So I click on login and I'll also request the participants to mute the mic so that there's least disturbance. Now let me just quickly log in, and for the sake of more bandwidth, I'll just put off the camera. Yeah, so now we are logging into the SCC Online website, and the first screen that will appear here is known as dashboard. Now I'm sure you must be able to view those colorful dashboard tiles over here. The first one comprises of the research section, whereby we have these all buttons in blue color, which will help you in doing your legal research. Of course, my library will also help, but here we don't need to key in anything. It's like as the name suggests, it's like a library. The one you have a physical library. Here in software, you have this e-library, which has certain topics. On the basis of those topics, when you click, you get the subtopics, and you can view that particular subtopic or document. Whereas in research, you will do some key input from the keyboard. You might do a word search or a query search, or you might also search by various other options like party name, citation, or maybe act and section, etc. So that is the research section. And the third one, as the name suggests, it's linking us with some external websites. So we have tied up with Singapore LawNet, Hein Online, USA. So whichever clients subscribe to these will get access to those external websites also. So now let me just start with one option in my library section, which is known as browse curated topics. Now in browse curated topics, our editorial has created 10-12 topics as of now. And on the basis of those topics, you can access not only the statutory law, but you will also get the maybe related to that subject or topic. Like here you can see these topics. You will also get apart from statutory law, the case laws and the notification circulars, if any, and related all other databases. They will be clubbed together at one place in this curated topics. So the information is, curated by our editorial, and very important handpicked judgments are kept over here. So if you see public law, corporate and commercial law, intellectual property, arbitration, conciliation, so many options are there. So let me just select one. Say, for example, I select this corporate and commercial law. Now, within the corporate and commercial law, you will get a lot of topics will be there, like there will be cryptocurrency, there will be banking, there will be aviation, there will be competition law, companies law. All of them are listed on the left hand column, right? Now, within this section, if I go for competition law, let's say, for example, as I told you, everything has been kept at one place. Like statutory law, it's competition law, statutory law, then rules, regulations, notifications, or circulars, case laws, and some articles as well. So if I select one of the options, the first one, let's say statutory law. Now in this, it's mentioned the Competition Act itself is mentioned over here, the Principal Act. Then followed by that, you will also find some other acts like Companies Act Section 230, 410, Schedule 5. Now that means this has some linking, of course, with the competition law. Now within now let me scroll further. It shows Electricity Acts Section 23, 60, 61, so on and so forth. Followed by that, there are some on insurance, insolvency, and bankruptcy. A couple of them are there. Then you have Motor Vehicles Act Section 66A and 67. Then Petroleum and Natural Gas, followed by Prasar Bharati, Real Estate, RERA, and Telecom. So all you would have also got this information from the search method, I mean the first research section, but then all this information would have been scattered and you had to gather them and link them, I mean put them at one place. Whereas here it has been already done for you. Like that's why it's known as a curated topics. Same goes with the rules, regulations. You have the Competition Commission of India. Apart from that, you have the appellate tribunals also under the rules and regulations. Let's further move on to this case law. And in the case law also you will find that there are a handful of judgments. Now these are all handpicked by our editorial, the most important one as per them. They have just put them here. I'll select one of the titles. Let's select the first one, that is Bharti Airtel versus Competition Commission of India. I clicked on this title. I got the text. Now in the text window, you will find that is a two judges bench, Dr. A.K. Sikri and Justice Ashok Bhushan. Now in this, Dr. A.K. Sikri's name is highlighted in bold. That denotes that this judgment has been authored by Dr. A.K. Sikri. That's one indicator. Then this rest of the icons which you see associated with the this judgment, they're all self-explanatory, most of them. Like I can save a judgment, I can mail a judgment. If you see the icons on the second column, just above the text, then you have the print also. And in the print, you can notice that there are a couple of print options. One is true print, the other one is non-true print. So what is the difference over here? Now, true print means the exact photocopy of the print journal that we have, right? And non-true print will be, as you can see it on the screen, like the same web page, it will print. It will not be a original print of the printed journal. Then you can also increase the font size for viewability purpose. You can share this document. And of course, there is a copy paste feature also. Now in SCC, you can't just simply highlight by, hovering the mouse, and highlighting the judgment and then simply, saying copy and paste and click Control C and Control V kind of. You can save the entire document. It will be generated down. It will be downloaded as a PDF, and then you can, take a printout or whatever. But if you want only a portion of the judgment to be copied, the method over here in SCC is very, very simple. Apart from these, head notes that we have, the rest of the judgment can be copied. So let's go to the judgment part. So judgment starts from here, and every para has a notepad adjacent to it. You can see that. So what is the purpose of these icons, small icons over here? If I double click on this this notepad, it will open up in a new window this extract of para number 1. From here, I can mail it across, or I can simply copy and paste it in my draft. Maybe the entire paragraph, or in this case, I want only a couple of lines. I can do that also by highlighting and saying Control C and Control V. So that is one way to take out the extracts. The next one is when I have the next option is when I have more than one para to copy. So in that case, you will simply single click on that notepad, which is adjacent to the para number. It will appear as a green tick. And similarly, you can have multiple paras up to a maximum level of 10 at one go. So once you have selected all the paras that you want to copy, then you will go to this icon known as Smart Copy. Smart Copy icon is there. When you click on that, a single click will now open the new window with all the extracts. Now, the first extract, it will give me the source, that is, it has been taken from Bharti Airtel versus so and so, and then equivalent citation and the page number. Same goes the case with the other paras that we have had extracted. All of them have a source mentioned over here. And from here, I can simply mail it across to my colleague, or I can simply copy and paste it in my draft if I want to. So that is how we can use the copy paste option in SCC Online like this. Now, let's move to the dashboard. That is the main menu that with which we started by clicking on these 3 dot lines for icon, and you're back to the dashboard. Now there are a few more options that I want to discuss, but I'll take them later on. And let's move to the research section. That's where the most of the research you will be doing. Now, as you can see, the first one, known as word search, is the most powerful search method that we have in SCC. And the search terms that need to be, you want to search, you need to key in over here. Now you must have also at times used free resources like Google searching or Vakil number one, all that kind of stuff. Now there you will have to key in the entire description. Means because there are so many verticals in those free portals. So you'll have to mention everything. Say, for example, if I take an example of one query, I have one judgment. I want judgments on say defamation. So what I want, but I want only on Supreme Court of India. So I'll enter something like this: latest judgments from Supreme Court of India on defamation. So something like this I'll key in. So now it's fine. I mean, I'll get the results. Of course, I'll just click on this search button and let's see the results. Now I have keyed in latest judgments from Supreme Court of India. But as you can see, the result list that I'm getting is total number is 156, it says, and there are some 116 judgments followed by 5 notification circulars and so on and so forth. Now in the result, it's showing me articles first, but I had searched for the Supreme Court of India, right? So what I need to do is I need to, in the first column, click on this judgments, only word appears in red. You click on that and the rest of the, this databases get deselected and only you have now the judgments area. So if I specifically go for Supreme Court, let me click on this Supreme Court only. Now I'm able to view only the Supreme Court judgments. Now from here, it's a 2010 judgment which is being displayed in the result list. I will use this sort by option. And in the sort by option, there are 3-4 options primarily with which I can sort. I can sort on the latest. I can arrange latest first, or maybe quorum strength largest first. I want to. So let's choose this latest first. And on top now I have the 31st of August 2020 judgment, right? Let's keep this in mind. I'll redo this search to better understand how the search engine functions. So 31st of August, Supreme Court of India judgment on defamation, and the total results are 156. OK, now let me go back to the dashboard. And now I use I'll again reframe this query. And instead of the entire sentence, which I'll pull it up again from the saved searches. Now all of it is here, and instead of that, I'll keep only the main keyword that I'm looking for, and that was defamation. So need not bother about the database or the latest one, because as you've seen, there are filters available in SCC Online. So I'll click on search now, and let's see the results. So here, instead of 156, you can notice that there are 8,976 results. So I keyed in more information, but I got lesser results. Whereas I keyed in lesser words, I got maximum results or more results. So that's how it works. So you need to focus only on the main keywords or the log points. Now from here, if I go by the same way, I select Supreme Court only. And in the result list now, it will show me only Supreme Court, of course, but I'll again use this sort by option and go to select this latest first. Now you'll notice that earlier we had an August 2020 judgment. Now we have a December 2020 judgment. Then followed by that, there is another one on of October 1620. And then the third one, if you remember, in the previous search, we had this on top. So we had missed out all these. So same goes the case with the rest of the databases and all. So that is one part that we need to take care of. We need to focus on the main keywords over here, and then we can do this search. Just one sec. Some error is appearing. Maybe close this. Give me a sec. Maybe the net has slowed down. Just give me a sec. Yeah. Sorry for this inconvenience, because at times internet does go down all of a sudden. I'm just re-logging. And we should now get back to the dashboard, hopefully. And as I was talking about focusing on the main keywords, so similarly, we also at times have to search for various searches which are very descriptive in nature. I mean, it's a lengthy query or it's a sentence kind of a query. So how to go about that in SCC Online? So let me just, it's taking a while. Just check with some alternate. Sorry for this disruption in between. I think net is still not working.
Mr. Anna, you can use the task manager and just kill the entire browser once, and I think start it again. The Chrome.
No, I'm trying that. So sorry. All of a sudden it went off.
Should I ask Kapil to join you? I have another session. I just came to
Yeah,
check.
yeah. If you can just tell him, yes, please, so that he can at least share the screen. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just ask Kapil to come.
So extremely sorry for this inconvenience. While my colleague is arranging my, he'll try to log in, and once he shares the screen, we'll be able to start the session again. And all of a sudden, it did happen. I think not only net, the browser is also giving some trouble. Extremely sorry for this, but then yes, we are trying to fix it up.
Mr. Anna is still facing the problem?
Yeah.
What is the internet to your laptop?
And the browser is also, I mean, first there was a net issue, and browser is also not responding.
I think I can just kill the entire browser. Did you try doing that?
Pardon?
Can you just go to Task Manager and kill the?
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what is I think.
I'll do that. Let's just do that.
Just do a Control Alt Delete. Is the Control Alt Delete not working?
No, as of now, I did once or twice. It's still not responding.
Just leave this browser screen and go to some other screen and then do it.
Okay.
Can we request one of the members, one of the participants to share the screen? If we can do that.
Yeah. I think so. I'm so sorry, all the participants. Anyone from the participants, if you can just share the screen, I'll just guide you. I mean, I'll just do the training while the screen, that can be shared. I request any of the participants. Share. Yeah.
Ankit sir, can you do this?
Pardon, sir?
Ankit Srivastav sir is there with us.
Yes, sir. If you can just share the
Ankit,
screen, that will
If
help.
we can do that.
Mr. Raina can then give a voiceover and he can
Correct.
Hello.
We have another
Yeah.
pilot session going on in Shahidar University, so otherwise I would have done it myself. So I think we have some screen coming in. Mr. Raina, could you, I think Mr. Kapil cannot add because he's not a part of this meeting. Could you just request to him? I just spoke to him. He will be able to share the screen.
Okay. So I shall need to send him that link. Right.
You can go to your participants list and type in name of Kapil. He will just be added from there.
Okay.
Yeah, wait a sec. I think I can do that from here. Can I do it? Yeah, I think I can do it. I've just done it. You have to wait for Kapil to join over here. We'll get to know once Kapil is online. Kapil, are you on this meeting? Amity Raipur meeting? I think he's on the call. He's in the meeting. Kapil, your mic is muted. Can you come online?
Yeah. Now it is on.
Hi, Kapil.
I'm here only.
Kapil,
we need your help. Mr. Raina, I think you can take it from Kapil and you can take care of it. I'll just jump into my next section.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks, Chetan and Kapil. If you can just share the screen. Actually, my net went
No problem.
off.
Raina,
So if you can just
suggest me SSC online or Hein online you're talking about?
We are on SSC online only.
Okay.
And we
Just
have
give me a
Amity. Yeah. Please.
So is it visible? Hello. Rajesh, can you hear me? Rajesh, can you hear me, or maybe somebody from this particular session?
Yes, sir, we
Yes,
can
yes,
hear
you're
you.
audible.
Okay, right.
Yes,
Ma'am,
sir.
can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, I'm unable to connect to Mr. Rajesh Raina. So if you can maybe suggest me where should I continue, on which particular tile he was, and from where I have to take over?
I hope am I audible?
Yes, yes. Now you are audible. Yeah. Tell me,
Yeah.
sir.
No. Thank you, Kapil. We were at the beginning.
Okay.
Search. Word
Word
search.
search.
Yeah. In the word search, we have just done one search. While you quickly log in, then we'll.
Yeah. Any particular word?
Yeah, then we can go for wide contract.
Is it the phrase?
Yeah.
You want me to do in double quotes or without quotes?
We need to do in double quotes. That's what I wanted to
Okay.
show.
Should I start searching over it?
Yeah.
Okay. So over to you, Mr. Rajesh.
Thank you, Kapil. So as you can see that the results, in the results you see 1031 all results, right? And well, you are seeing the first text here. That is the first head note over here, which is wide contract. Right. Now, this wide contract you're able to view. So double quote, double inverted commas is what we had incorporated. Right. So Kapil, I think I'm unable to view the screen again. Can you reshare it?
That I can do. Maybe we can check from some other members also in the session. Ma'am, is the screen visible to you?
Yes.
Yes,
yes,
Rajesh sir, it is visible to most of the members. I think there is some connection problem. So probably, I'll be taking over from this, and in between, if you want to maybe add on something, just for the
Yes.
continuity, sake of the
Please,
continuity, right?
please.
So the esteemed members, actually, we are here, and whenever you are doing maybe a word search or maybe the legal phrase research, legal phrase, it is recommended that you should have double quotes like this. Now, once you are doing it, there will be actually 3-panel structure will be there, like we are having in our Outlook or maybe other mailbox. On the left-hand side, it is giving you the numbers and the sections, which are, the categories. And having the numbers. The first category is the digest notes. Digest notes are the law points which have been prepared by our editorial team, and they are referring to a particular judgment. Basis that whatever law points are being covered, these are the digest notes which are being presented here. On the second, if you see, there are judgments, acts, statutes, articles, and there are many other topics which are being covered here, which are related to void contract only. Now, in the middle pane, if you see, this is showing you the title and maybe some brief about the digest note or maybe the judgment, etc. And on the right hand side, if you see, there is a full explanation which is there. If you want to see or read the full digest note, this is in front of you. This is related to void contract compensation under Section 65 Contract Act, measure of net profits, etc. And if you want to maximize it, there's actually full screen logo which is available. You have to click over this, and you are done with that. Now there are various options available to you on the left hand side. Suppose if you want to see only judgment, then there is an option on the left hand side, judgments only. If you want to see only digest notes only. So it is actually up to your preparation, whatever you want to, do. The key is in your hand. If I'm expanding, maybe these categories like digest notes or judgments, etc. These are showing me that which particular court you would like to refer. You may be, referring to Supreme Court only, or maybe Privy Council, High Court, etc. So these options are available to you. And maybe related to High Courts, there is more expanding option available. And these are, the state-wise courts, which are High Courts, which are available. So depending upon your requirement, you can choose and start searching over it. Now, if we want to do some more research, there is no need to as such go back on the top. There is a dashboard with these red squares or rectangle you can see here. You just have to click on that and this will be catering you to more options available. We were on word search only. Coming back to word search, I think we had covered a particular word. We have covered a phrase. Now, if we are talking about maybe combining some words, or maybe you are having a phrase, coming in your mind. I give you an example. Actually, a judge was asking about a judgment. He was saying that, I don't remember any citation. I don't remember the quote, etc. But what I remember is a phrase that this is very funny one. A monkey cannot decide affair of the forest. So monkey cannot decide affair of the forest. I'm just typing it for your convenience. Now, this is the intelligence for the software. It is suggesting that there has been a search already. So there's option you can do it here. But I'm going back, sorry. But a word of caution is here. When you are going to use a long line, we are suggesting you to keep your research up to 2 or 3 important words only. Here we have got 2 important words or 3 important words are monkey, decide, forest. So these are the options which are coming in front of you. Monkey, near, forest. And I mean, if you want to add a third word, that is also suggested from our end, but the 4th word would be somewhat cumbersome to understand for the software and to get the research, exactly pinpointing to what you are looking for. Now, word of caution here, if you are using these particular words like near and not, so these are the Boolean words which are already incorporated and making your research very convenient. Near means that you want these 2 words in the proximity. The proximity can be of 10, of 5 words, 10 words, 2 words, and you have got a scale here also. You can select the proximity which you want between 2 words or among 3 words. So you have to click here Boolean and you have to start search. Let us see what results we are getting here. When you are doing some search, here is actually highlighting point, which is showing you whatever next the word you were searching for. It is suggesting to click here and go to the next highlight. Forest, monkey, such kind of the combinations which might be coming to you. On the left hand side, we have got just one judgment, but there may be some other results which also you will be getting. So once you are clicking on the highlight, etc., it will be convenient for you to have that particular the phrase which you are looking for.
So
yes, sir.
So I did not get the Boolean search.
Okay.
Could you please elaborate a bit?
Sure, sir. Usually what happens, when you are searching for a particular long line, it is not suggested that you should type a full line. It is actually not a Google. It is, this particular software is suggesting you to have 2 or 3 words only, which are keywords. Like I was suggesting you, monkey cannot decide affair of the forest. Here we have got 3 words here, monkey, decide, forest. Now, sir, our suggestion here is you should use here the Boolean words. The Boolean words are actually, you might have come across some of the Booleans while we were in, 11th or 10th class. There we want to combine, then you have to add and. If you want to have, the options of 2 words, maybe, either this word or this word, then you have to use or, O-R, or. And third one is we are suggesting here, this is actually incorporated in our software Near. So we are actually looking for these particular words which are close to each other, and we can decide their proximity also. Selecting here the word range you want here, maybe 4, 5, 10. So in between, one sentence, if you want to see, then you have to restrict it to 5. Or if you are looking maybe in a paragraph, then probably you can increase the scale, which is given over here, sir. Right, sir? And you can see here, if you see under the search bar itself, use and, not, or, and near. These should be in capitals only, and you have to click on the Boolean search here. On the right hand side, there are some radio buttons which are available. All words is related to one word on which you want to do research. Phrase we have already covered, and Boolean we are talking about combining 2 or 3 words using a particular these Boolean words, either and, not, or near. Sir, hope I'm communicable to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, sir, when we are searching here, it will once again showing us the 3-panel structure. There might be a spelling mistake. That is why it is not showing. Maybe let me have some other example also. Like I cannot recognize elephant, but I cannot define an elephant, but I can recognize one when I see one. This was also one of the phrases which was actually asked by one of the judiciary member. Basis that long searches or maybe having some phrases coming out from the judgment, it is easy to find using 2 or 3 important words. Here I have, sir, elephant, near, define, near, see, right? So this is suggestion coming from our software. I have to click on Boolean once again, and I have start searching. And the 3-panel structure will be coming out. On the left hand side, you can see there are only judgments which are there, and the Bombay High Court judgment you can see. I cannot define an elephant, but I can do recognize when I see one. So you have to catch the 2 or 3 important words. Moreover, you have to apply in a way your research demands for. It may be asking for combining these words. It may be asking for having the option of 2 words. Then we'll be using or, and once again, and if you want to combine 2 things, A and D is also sometimes applied here. But our recommendation is rather than going for and, A and D, use near, NEAR. So it gives you actually in a proximity, because we are not looking for something which is actually in a paragraph or maybe spread it into 2 or 3 pages. We are looking for in a line, so near is recommended. I think these features are also covered. In the mid pane, if you are looking for some relevance like party name, court name, chronological first, here if you see, you want to see what is the actually latest judgment in this aspect. So I have to click on this chronological latest first. So earlier we were having 1945 journal. If you see 2015 also, this reference has been quoted in a judgment. So that way, if you have got some search, there are various judgments which are coming. If you want to see maybe the latest one, what is coming from Supreme Court, then you have to click on chronological first, and you are done. And I am sure just for the convenience of yours, Mr. Rajesh must have mentioned that J stands for the judgment. 2 here is the number, which is actually the quorum strength, and here's the date. And this blue box is confirming that you have selected on this particular judgment or digest point. So it is being exhibited on the right hand side. Now, if you are coming on the right hand side, on the details, if you can see, there is a full citation which is mentioned. It may happen that the citation, equivalent citation may be mentioned over there. Now, this is actually SEC Online. You can see one citation is there. This is Law Weekly, Madras Law Journal, if you see. So there may be some equivalent citation also. So our editorial team has done a good job. They have also mentioned the parallel citation to you. So if I'm talking about this particular judgment, so the judgment which was being judged by was here, Justice Mani Kumar and Justice Chokalingam. So these were appellant and the parties, etc. And if you see, the details are available when you're clicking on the full screen aspect. Over this, sir, if you see, sir, ma'am, If you see, there are various options which are available. Here's actually smart copy. There are some points which you may see that probably you can select here and you can do Control C or Control V, or copy can be done. But sometimes what happens, the software does not allow you to do it so easily. Then there on left hand side, there are actually some clipboard symbols are there. So you have to select those. Clipboard will be coming to some more example, and you have to select on smart copy. Once smart copy is done, you can copy paste those points and you can send or share with on your email ID, or maybe even to other colleagues also you can do that. And the font size, if you want to increase or decrease, that can also be done. The printing options are available. Just remind you, 2-3 printing options are available. This is actually printing with highlighted, non-true print and true print. Two options are available. I just want to show you what true print is. The true print is actually exact replica how this particular article, or maybe the particular judgment has been published in our SCC online journal. So I'm just taking 2 pages, and let me show you, if I'm clicking on the print, how it will go. Pop-up is blocked, and you have to allow the pop-up always coming from SCC online. Then it will be supported to show you the true print copy. So, sir, to the respected audience, this is actually the true print copy from the left-hand side. Why this is important? When you are practicing in the court, it is readily acceptable because you have got all the credentials, coming with your name, your email ID, etc., and the true print, which is, the source where it is published. Another thing is, if you see, this is not editable. This is actually a scanned copy. Sometimes what happens when you are typing 1 or maybe small I or capital I, so it will be same. Maybe D or O. Sometimes, when you are typing it, or maybe because of the font thing, you might see that it is mistyped. Just to avoid those kind of situations, we have taken the scanned copy of most of the judgments, particularly for Supreme Courts. We have done it, sir. So you have got all this library available for you. Maybe any response from the audience side? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sure it was useful. And similarly, you have other tools also available. You can email, you can save on your computer, and for that matter, you can actually start listening to it because we have got the speaker facility also available. Anything, Rajesh sir, you would like to add on? Rajesh sir, can you hear me? Okay. I was showing you, some part of this won't be easily, you will be able to copy paste. So these are actually, some of the check boxes or the clipboard. You can see you have to select here, and then you have to click here, smart copy. Now, when you are, doing it, you can see here what particular page with the proper citation. This is page number 809, and the citation is 2015 SCC online, and the parallel citation is also available. You have to actually select it, and clicking on copy paste, this can be easily done now. Some part is easily, you can be done copy paste, but some part the software won't allow you. So you have to actually look for these icons, the clipboard icons, or maybe checkbox icons, right? Coming to the dashboard again, we have covered this part so far, word search. So I'm coming to next section, find case law by section. These are related to central acts on the left hand side. If you see, this is showing you use this feature to find case laws from any code on a particular section or act. Maybe Central Act, Motor Vehicle Act, for example, I'm taking. And related to Indian, you do not need to type Indian. So you just have to type Motor Vehicle Act. And the title. Now these are the sections. Suppose I'm taking maybe section 2A, e-rickshaws, e-cart. You have to click on go. This is a statute which is available in front of you. If you want to see it, you can maximize it. This can be also downloaded. If you see the printed, saving option, etc. These are available. Also, sometime what happens, there are some amendments which have come. So you might not be having the list, coming particularly in this section. So what happens, we have a suggestion for you. When you're clicking on the full screen, you have to type Control F here and you have to type amendments. So wherever amendments have taken place or amendment word is mentioned, it will catch and it will show you what latest amendments have been done, particularly to this act or statute. So sometimes we get a query that we are unable to find the amendments. So this way, this is actually a shortcut. I'm suggesting you to have the amendments in front of you. Coming to the citation, as you are aware of, any judgment or any article which is published in a journal, they have got a unique address. There are 3 parameters which are important in citation. First is actually the year. Second is the volume number. Third is the page number if you're looking for some particular judgment. So here we have got all the list because we are primarily, Supreme Court cases we are doing, but other citations are also available. Federal Court, Privy Council, All India Reporter. So these are available. I'm taking SEC. Firstly, it will be asking me about, the year, the volume it has asked. And if you see now, this system is so intelligent. It is showing you the articles on which, the page number on which the articles are starting. The first, suppose the judgment is, starting on number 1. So it is showing you number 1. Second is starting from 62. Third is starting from 71. So for the sake of convenience, I'm taking this one, get citation. And the 3-panel structure once again will be opening up. And if you see on the left-hand side, there are digest notes which are related to this particular judgment. There is one judgment because we had particular citation related to this. So one judgment is being shown here. And there are 3 digest notes which have been created by our editorial team. So there are some summaries which are there, family and personal law, family and personal law. So these points which are covered under family and personal law, you can click on that and you can see whether these are relevant to you or not. Once again, you can maximize this and various, the tools are available to make your search or work very convenient. This is the judgment we were talking about. This is in front of Justice Kurian and Justice Bhanumati. There were 2, the quorum strength was 2, and this is the whole judgment. And these are the citations which are there. Now, one more thing I would like to have your attention towards. In the last, if you see, not only this, where we have, having the larger quorum, then I'll be able to show you that there are some actually footnotes which are coming. Now, what happens, when the quorum is big, a judgment may be coming from, one respected judge. Now, there are some other judges who will be, having concurring opinion about that. So we are mentioning the same superscript. I will show you that, how it can be done on the later part. Now coming to the next section, this is party name. If you're coming on this, it will be asking you the particularly which court is concerned to you. If you are not sure which particular court you're concerned with, then you have to select on all jurisdiction, and this particular word you can type it here. And we have also got some of the famous cases section, like Babri Masjid case, for that matter, or maybe Mandal Commission case. So these are the famous case. If you see you are typing here, then it will be convenient for you and it will be saving your time. Rather, you are going there and clicking on all jurisdiction, clicking on Supreme Court or High Court. But these are actually very famous case which have been into the media, and they have been somewhere you are listening through a news channel or maybe in a newspaper, etc. So
yeah, you can just Kapil key in that Sabarimala. Actually, my machine booted now. So Sabarimala, as the moment you key in Sabarimala, it will show you, it will prompt you. Basically, it will give you a suggestion that it is one on the women entry in Sabarimala temple. So the software will automatically, Sabarimala spelling is Sabari. The moment you key in Sabari, it will give you a suggestion. Sabarimala, right? And Yeah, so you can see the software has decoded and given us the actual party name, that is Indian Young Lawyers Association versus State of Kerala. So that is how these famous media made famous names cases you can find. That is one aspect. The other one is the traditional one where you have the appellant or respondent in between, or both of them. So first thing first, you need to select is the jurisdiction. Now, once this, if you're not sure about the jurisdiction, you can select all jurisdiction. Otherwise, you can go specific like Supreme Court or a High Court. So let's select Supreme Court over here, and then enter the name of the party. Let's say talk about ADM Jabalpur versus Shivakant Shukla, and we can go either way. I mean, I can key in Shivakant first and Jabalpur later. Or maybe I can even select both of them, but I don't have to put in versus or v dot in between because that is common for all. So it won't yield any results. So once you do that, you click on find case and the citation will appear on the in the result window at the bottom. Now let's double click on the citation and see the text, the full text of the judgment as well as the digest notes associated with it. So there are around 67 law points or digest notes over here, and one judgment is there. Now in this, if I want to know which law point has been overruled, and the entire judgment has not been overruled, there are certain law points which have been overruled over here. So one way is to keep on scrolling and identifying or reading them one by one. The shorter method, as you can see, as Kapil is scrolling down, you'll see a label over here adjacent to this D and 5 in the form of a red circle and exclamation mark. This denotes that this particular law point has been overruled, right? But what if in this entire list there could be more than 2? Right. So to have a quicker way of getting them together at one place, in the search within search results will key in overruled. Now this way, all the overruled law points will be pulled out and put together in the result list for you. So this way you will have a glance. At a glance, you can see all of the overruled law points at one place. In this case, it's showing roughly around 17. Of course, the first one is judgment, so there's no red circle over there. And the rest you can see, most of them are clubbed together at one place. Now, if we click on any one law point, say on number 2, right? So it is talking about the nature and scope, Article 21, fundamental rights. As per Chief Justice Ray, what's his opinion? Then scroll down further, you see the opinion of Justice Beg. And if more, they'll also be mentioned over here on the same law point, right? And as per Justice Bhagwati, as per Justice Chandrachud, when I scroll down to the footnote, when you go to the footnote, then it is also mentioning it has been overruled in which judgment. It has been overruled in Yes Puttaswamy case versus Union of India in 2017, but a minority view of Justice Khanna has been upheld, though being overruled, this particular law point which is there. So similarly, if we go to say point number 4, it's again talking about the procedure established by law, Article 21, challenge of on ground of breach. And again, you'll have the kind of opinion of maybe as the entire bench or particular judges only, say in this case, Justice Bhagwati. So this is how you can, if you scroll down to the bottom, it will again show you in which judgment it has been overruled on what law point. Now, this particular judgment, if you want to also see the precedents, I mean, where it has been cited or referred, you can also, with a single click, one click, you'll get to know that. So what is the method? In the icon number 2, in this column, third column, you click on known as case reference. Once you click there, this particular judgment of 1976, whether it is, mentioned before 76 or prior to that, all those judgments or results are here with us, 423 in all, followed by 68 digest notes and 240 and so on. So if you see in the first digest note itself, yeah, it is mentioned, see more fully ADM Jabalpur, the last line over here. So you go to this judgment, of course, and in the judgment also, or maybe in the digest notes also, if you go to the Supreme Court digest note, you selective go for the Supreme Court digest note. So, or in the judgment also, wherever these judgments are, yeah, in the Supreme Court digest notes, as you see, 2017 is the second one. No, first one was 1950. If you click on the second digest note over there, again, you will get to see where it has been cited in that particular law point. It has been cited, ADM Jabalpur. And if you browse a little further and select one more digest note there, it will also give you that kind of treatment, like whether it's merely cited or it has been distinguished, relied upon, followed. You will get all those inputs, informative inputs from the editorial in these respective digest notes or judgments, followed and so on, so relied on. All these valuable inputs are there for you. Then coming back to the dashboard, you will also get to apart from the citation, a party name and citation, you also have the words and phrases. If you go to the last option of words and phrases, where you will get to see the definitions of on various keywords of law, phrases or words, I should say. So let's take a very simple example of bail. When you type in bail or maybe res judicata, so you will get a definition, not only one definition. It will give you a definition of the act itself, where it has been defined in the act, whereas it's also been defined in the Indian case law. So you get to see these citations, titles mentioned, Vaman Narayan Ghia versus State of Rajasthan 2009, 2 SCC there, bail law is also defined. Then when you further read this and scroll down, you will get to see another definition of bail, which was mentioned in the Deepak Subhash Chandra Mehta versus CBI 2012. Followed by that, in square brackets, you will see WHART. This is Wharton Dictionary of UK. Those definitions of on bail are also incorporated over it. So you get to see all these different definitions on the legal words or phrases. Coming back to the dashboard, you will also see one option over here, which is find by topic. Now in find by topic, you will always get the topic which is readily available, made available by our editorial, prepared by our editorial, and somewhat similar to word search, whereby you don't have to key in anything. You can select from the top titles, topics, and you will get to see the judgments and all. Browse curated topics we had just covered in the beginning, Kapil. So we'll move to the next one, which in this section, that segment, that is browse acts and rules. Now in the browse acts and rules, you will see not only the central acts or the state acts, you will also get to see the notifications, etc. But in central acts, we have done some extra work. So what is that? Let's see that. In the central acts, if you expand the central acts, the major or the most popular ones are put on top. The rest are put in alphabetical order in bunches of ABC in this bottom half. Now let us take a contract act. Now choose any of the acts like contract act over here. So you'll get to see the Bear Act. Now in the Bear Act, the principal act, on the right hand side, when you click on this, it will show you the Bear Act itself. Now within this Bear Act, at regular intervals in particular sections, you will find most important citation references being incorporated by our editorial, and these lines also, which you see along with the citation, are being pulled out from this judgment, which are pertaining to say in this case in Contract Act about applicability. So this has all been handpicked by our editorial, and this you get to see in the entire central acts. Most important judgments along with some important lines along with that citation references are available throughout in the central acts and in the form of these blue colored highlighted portions. So that was the browse acts and rules. Similarly, you have also sections like articles. In this, we have the leading law review journals from leading national law universities and institutions. We have law review journals, as you can see, Aligarh is Chanakya and all that is there. And you can also filter out, and if you are looking for a particular title over here, say like, for example, hate speech, we were just reading the other day. So you can key in over here and then it will give you it will filter out for you throughout this entire database. And you can see Aligarh Law Journal, the first one is there. right? And same way you have CLQ and NUJS, etc. So you can read these articles over here in this law review journal section, right? Similarly, we also have reports. Various reports are there. Tagore law lectures are there, and blogs are also available. These are all good reading material which you can avail to facility. Then you have in the dashboard the last section over second last section in this segment of my library, browse secondary material, where you have the entire constitutional documents. You have the parliament bills in parliament, then you have historical trials and various reports of commissions and committees. Coming to the bills in parliament, you get to see the both Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha introduced bills as well as passed ones. And as far as the constitutional documents are concerned, you'll get to see the entire Constituent Assembly debate from volume 1 to 12. Not only that, in the index part, in the Constituent Assembly debates, you get to see the draft versus the original, the final one, which was then finalized. So Constitution of India article to draft article. So these two columns are there. What it was in the article, what is the column and the number, para number, and where in the draft where it was, say for example in this case 2. So what was the draft and what was the final? It will have a difference. It has a difference. So all this information is available in the constitutional documents. You can get to see all these para numbers over here, different in the draft and the original. Then coming to the various law commission, commissions and reports. In that we have the law commission reports also. That was the other section, that is reports of commissions and committees. You will see Iyengar and lot many we have added now, lot many. And in this you'll also get to see the law commission reports, not only from pre-independence but the present ones also. Beginning till date, I think still August 2018, we have these law commission reports. So all these are available to you in this secondary materials section. Now coming back to the dashboard, we also have done most of the research part has been well covered by Kapil. So I'll just, apart from these Boolean operators that we have, we also have one more option over here in the word search. If you can just quickly go through this, Kapil, once. And as we had talked about the near operator, and then there's or also and not. If you want to elaborate it with an example, you can kindly let me know. But otherwise, I'll show you one example of where you have various what should I say, derivatives of a word. Say like I'm looking for judgments on fair procedure, but then at times when it's mentioned in the judgment as fair play, procedural fair play, right? Fairness of procedure, fair procedure. So there are so many extensions. So if we key in fair and the software is intelligent enough, it will show you all the suggestions. It will give you all the derivatives. Like in fair, it will show you fairly, fair play, fairness. All these are mentioned over here. So how to cater about while we are searching for fair procedure to consider these derivatives also, we'll use the wildcard asterisk star over here. So what it will do is it will take care of all the extensions. Then I'll key in the near operator as we had already done earlier, and then put procedure. In the procedure, as the suggestion box is already been searched, it shows the constant words up to R, and after that a star mark will take care of procedure, procedures, procedural. And then we'll click on Boolean. We need to remember this thing on the right hand extreme, and then click on start search. So this way I'll get judgments on all these different variations that we have, like fair procedure or fairness of procedure or fair play, procedural fair play, etc. You can see there that the first digest note is talking about fair procedure, whereas in the second is highlighted as procedural fairness. So it is catered to all of them. Now we move on to a very interesting one aspect here is that I want to save. Judgment is fine, we can do that. But what if I have different documents to be saved? Documents in the sense judgment, the digest note, the bills, the articles, etc. Different types in one particular folder. So in SCC, what we have in the third column, you see the first icon over there known as add to my SCC online folder. You'll click on that and the first one. And once you click on add to my SCC online folders, it will prompt you where to add. So previous one has been created by Kapil already, and so we'll change it. By default, it shows my folder. So I'll click on the bottom. I'll first select my folder. I'll click on my folder first before I click on new folder. Yeah, that's the default selection. And then click on new folder. A new folder gets created. Now it will prompt you to enter a name. So let's give it some relevant name over here. Maybe we'll key in the university name. Maybe we key in MET over here, let's say. And then I'll click on select. I'll press enter key and then click on select folder. Post that. Once I click on select folder, the selection will be displayed. Right now it's adding in this by this name folder name. Now I click on OK, and the digest note which is in the background gets stored in this folder. Now this folder is created on the cloud. It's on the SCC Online web server, but it will have access only to you because with your credentials only it will be accessible. Now coming to next, say for example, we take now a judgment. Apart from the digest note, we click on one judgment. We'll select one judgment and then click on that add to my SCC Online folder again. And simple, we don't have to change the folder. We'll click on OK because I want to store it in the same folder. Now let's go to the articles on the left hand side and select one article also. So the point here is that you can store different type of documents in the same folder. Now I click on any one particular article or notification, and let's say take an article, the first one itself, and then click on add to my SCC Online folder, and that also gets stored. Now the next step is to view all these documents, where to view them. So what we'll do is we'll go to this my SCC Online. Yeah, just adjacent to my SCC this dashboard, my SCC Online. There you have this my folder option. Under that you have the view folders option. When you click on view folder, it will give me the view of entire folders that I have created. Right, and the latest one which I had created is being displayed. Now comes the one more interesting part over here. That is, if I want to prepare a case compilation or a compendium for myself. While in college, you have to prepare maybe say for the moot, or later on in your profession when you are going to present the case compilation in court, it definitely will be handy because it will take you just a minute or so rather than an hour or a couple of hours if you do it manually. So what is the step? You simply have to go to this result list checkbox, click on this. It will select all the documents. I mean, they are all getting selected now. And adjacent to the result list, there is an action button. So action icon, when I click on, put my mouse over there on the action icon, the last icon over here is known as create case compilation. I will just simply click on that. While after clicking, it is immediately, creating the table of contents, which is being shown to you. It will prompt you to you want to save it this compilation with what name. Let's keep it as it is. Then I can do the ascending descending in the sequence of all these documents. And once they are set, then I'll click on the bottom right create button, which will now do what? It will generate the case compilation for me. And as I told you, believe me, not more than a minute or so. So while after clicking this create, while the background in the background, the software is doing its bit, it's generating this compilation for me, which comprises of two sections. One is the table of contents, and the second one is the documents, or the documents itself. So the first section you have the table of contents. The software has automatically denoted the pagination. It has marked the pagination, and you can do the editing as Kapil is already doing it. You can put your own remarks, etc. in the table of contents, and then those can get saved if you click on the right corner save button over here. You can insert a line, you can delete a line, you can put a remark, say for example, para number 2, something to be focused on or something like that. Make it bold, highlight, whatever. Right, that is one part. That is the table of contents. Once you do the changes, you click on save and it says the changes have been saved. Then you go to the in the second column, you go to this document section. in the document section, there are pages mentioned. So you click on those pages 1 to 23. So when you click on that, while you click on that in the bottom, the documents will be displayed now in the third column. And of course, every page has one page number allocated in square box. So same way you can see from page number 1 to what all according to the table of contents was the document, first documents, then from say 4 onwards, the other one, and so on and so forth. Now from here, the last step, I'll in the second column, there are download arrows. You click on each of them as far as the table of contents and documents are concerned. Those will get saved or downloaded on your My Folders in your downloads maybe folder, and from there you can take a print and present it in the code. So that is case compilation for you, right? So it is quite, and you can also do the bit. I mean, you want to move one particular document from one folder to another, or you want to remove one particular document from the folder. That can be done in the Manage Folders section. So let's move to the dashboard again. So apart from these two sections of research in My Library, you also have the moot courts resources where you can prepare for your moot courts. And we have listed some of those, competitions where we have the problems and from both the applicant respondent. So you can pick any of them, say like GNLU. So you see the 12th GNLU International Moot Court 2020. Click on that. So what is the problem? What was the problem? Then best team memorial, complainant, respondent, etc. So this is a good read while you are preparing for your moot courts. That resource is there. And coming back to the dashboard, you have, as I told you, you have the links which take you to the external links, and of course you have the SEC Online blog, which is like a free legal information portal for you. And for this, you don't need any ID and password. It basically gives you the latest case briefs which are yet to be published but are very recent. If you can just simply see Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has Kapil has just selected one. So you can see all those case briefs, not only from the Supreme Court, but from the High Court, from the tribunals. So these are the very recent. They are as recent as maybe today or just day before. So all these are there. Then you have editorial opinion where a lot of interesting articles on law are available to you. These are frequently updated. Then there's news related to law. You have appointments, you have webinars and treaties, conventions, and all that. Then legislation, you have also the bills that you have, the statutes, bills, ordinances, rules, regulations, related ones. You can access those also. So it's a free access. You can avail this opportunity. And then finally, we also have the help section over here. Let's just close this. You just close the dashboard also. Sorry. On the top where the dashboard is, there is a third icon by the question mark in the form of question mark. If you click on View User Manual, it will take you to another web page. It's like a help center. There are 5-6 options available, like case compilation, how to log in, how to smart copy. But what if it is not falling under the purview what you are looking for? Say, for example, in the search help center, I want to know how to know something more about My SEC Online folder. So I'll key in My SEC Online. The moment you key in, it's giving me suggestion how to find judgments by, or how to use the case compilation feature. If you click on how to case compilation feature, it will give you an example. It will illustrate this with an example. And you can get help for say copy paste, smart copy, or maybe for near operator, Boolean, and all that stuff. So everything is available over here. That was the help section. So with an example, it's all illustrated pretty well. So I think Kapil, anything more you want to add? Or
most of the things are already done.
So
I think this is up to the audience now. They start using it, and they come back to us with their more queries on this.
Sure, Kapil. So I'm now we are open to the question and answers. So distinguished guests, faculties and students, you may ask your question. You can unmute and ask, or you can type it in the chat box also. So what I can do is, in the meanwhile, I'll put in the chat box the email ID with which you can also connect at any point of time, given point of time. You have any query, you have any doubt or anything related to SEC, you can reach us by mailing it to us at learning@sceconline.com. That is the email ID of the department. So it is accessible by the entire learning department. And we also have the toll-free number, which is, operational from 9:30 in the morning till 7 in the evening from Monday through Saturday. So any kind of help you want on this, you can just dial that toll-free number over here, which I'm just keying in for you. So both these I've mentioned over here. 1800258631 is the toll-free number, and the email ID I've shared.
Do we have any questions from the audience side, please?
If you're around, yeah.
No, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. I just want to know that we need subscriptions to access this material, this facility.
See, for your respective colleges, they're already paid. They are subscribed. Now, only thing you need to do is you need to register your email ID if you're accessing it remotely or in the campus. You need to, as in the beginning, I showed you that first time when you browse the website, you go to the login area. In the login area, it will also show you that link, register here. So that's a one-time thing that you need to register first time. I think it can be demonstrated over here. Just Kapil is doing that. Once you click on the login section, it will show you this IP login and what's your login ID. If you're not registered, you're a fresher in that sense. You go to the last link, register here. And while you click on register here, it will prompt you to enter your email ID and name. That's it. Once that is done, it's a one-time affair. Once that is done, then you will be able to access next time by simply keying on in your email ID. That's it. No need to enter these details that which are right now being keyed in by Kapil. Something like this. Right.
And Rajesh sir, I think them about their remote access also available through Nimbus.
Yes.
Nimbus.
So respective campuses also must be having the remote access software. So you can also tell the IT department over there.
I think
how to the librarian. The librarian will be the right person. Yes, to register your email ID so that you can get access to this portal. I think somebody was calling, had a query. Please come up.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, from anywhere I can access, sir, once I register.
Yeah, you can access
from
it
my laptop.
From your laptop also, provided
only in campus only.
Only in campus, but during the pandemic, most of the institutions have availed the remote access software. Right. So through remote access, what happens? You can log in from anywhere. In that case, it works as a proxy and then gives you access to your static IP or the campus IP that you have.
So the best
once pandemic is over, only in campus only.
Yeah, once that is over or you are not on remote access, then it will be only in campus. Correct.
Till the time the classes are being done from home only.
Online.
I think your librarian must have provided you the remote access to access SCC Online and some other resources. So at home you can do that, provided you have to take care one thing, you have to click on IP login, not the user login. If IP login is not coming, then either you are missing the channel through which you should approach SCC Online. So you need to talk to your librarians that this is option is not coming at my place.
Only in my laptop only in that IP only.
Yeah. And if you are in your campus, then on the on all the computers, because we have already initiated the IP login, so this options must be coming.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other question?
I think we can ask Jelly sir if he's around in the meeting, and ma'am from BMS Law College, so we can conclude then the session.
Yes, sir. This is Ankit Srivastava, sir, on behalf of Jelly, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, before we conclude the session, I would like to thank you on behalf of the students and faculty members of the Amity Law School, Amity University, Chhattisgarh, for a really nice session. As this session will not only help the first year students, but will also help those students who are in the senior semesters, as a lot of them only have the elementary knowledge of this website. But as you demonstrated, it has a lot more than just finding the cases of which they already know the citation. So if they utilize the whole of the website, if they utilize the whole of the SCC Online, it is not only going to help them with their research, but will also make them very efficient. So as we all know that if we are in a legal field, irrespective of the career choices one makes, whether they go to the litigation or they join a law firm or they even go to the academics doing the research, it is very necessary that they have a very good knowledge of a website like this, the SCC Online, which is the topmost one when it comes to the legal research. So very thank you for showing us not only just the elementary things of the SCC Online, but also all the functions which will help the students. So very thank you so much to you, Rajesh sir and Kapil sir, despite the technical glitches which we faced towards the beginning. It was a very nice session, and some of the students also texted me saying that they were very thankful that we organized this particular workshop, and thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ankit, to sum up it all so beautifully. And I thank all the students, the participants, and the distinguished faculty also for giving your time, considering that everybody is online doing all the classes, and all after that you're attending this session. So again, on behalf of SCC Online, I thank you all for this beautiful session, and I thank you, Jelly sir. Kindly, Ankit, just convey him my regards, and ma'am from BMS College, and thank you all. Thank you, Kapil. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankit. Thank you, Rajiv, and thank you to all the participants. I think they were patient, kind enough to. Sorry.
Right, I'll just stop the recording now.
Okay.